Today, in this segment, we are going to talk about science in the classroom. We want our science lessons to be engaging and developmentally appropriate. We want to make sure that we value our children as individuals with the unique needs that they bring to the classroom. We need to plan and adjust our lessons to make sure that we're differentiating for all of our students. So, the first thing that you do before you plan any lesson is make sure that you find your early learning standard and you write your learning objective, which would be science, to cover your early learning standard, right? So, I am going to talk about three different things that I did in my classroom to bring science to life. The first thing that we did were nature walks. Every season, which we talked about, we would go out for a nature walk: spring, summer, fall, and winter. The students would have a bag and they would be able to go out and collect anything that they could find in nature to put in their bag. And then they brought it back to the classroom and we had a big fall box or winter box or summer box or spring box. In that box, we put all of our findings. After we found that, we could do a lot of different things. We could tell stories, which works on oral language. We could write stories. We could come up with different things to do with the different objects that were in the box, like small, medium, and large. We could group them. We could sort them. There's so many things that you can do. But also in my science center, I had a little cooking kitchen in there because we're going to talk about cooking in the classroom next. I usually did cooking in the classroom on Fridays. Cooking in the classroom started for me as a passion when I was in second grade. I had a second grade teacher who made cooking come to life. We have to remember that not all of our children are cooking at home, seeing things cooked at home, learning how to cook at home, and also they might just be eating out. So we need to teach them how to eat healthy. So I love cooking in the classroom, and I tried to do it every Friday. Okay, so as I cooked in the classroom, I loved to bring in children's literature. These are just a few of the books that I used. For example, If You Give a Cat a Cupcake, If You Give a Moose a Muffin, The Gingerbread Girl, If You Give a Pig a Pancake, and Arnie the Donut. There's so many that you can use. There's so many books out there, so much children's literature that you can find to make Thanksgiving feasts or whatever it is that you want to do that you should be able to cook with. Now, when you are cooking in the classroom, you have to be very organized. You have to have all of your materials, your plates, your baggies, your cups. You have to be very organized. So, as you cook in the classroom, you're teaching skills like social skills, math skills, fine motor, cognitive, mathematical skills. There's so many things that you can bring in to science that are also covering other skills. That's why it's so important to be doing all of these hands-on engaging activities. Now, I normally did that in a full group, but as I was talking a second ago about my science center, I would set up a small group in there and I would have a parent or a grandparent volunteer come in. And as they were rotating centers, they could go into the science center and they could also cook in there. Okay, so I have my science center, I have my nature walk, and I also have cooking in the classroom. Science can be so much fun. We have to make sure that we're bringing children's different, unique characteristics and interests into the classroom. And when we do that, students learn to love what we're doing.